People cannot sweat on the field of play, conclude a game that the referee allowed them to conclude, win by their sweat, and some people will gather in one boardroom and say they are cancelling that victory. It is not done, and it is very, very disgraceful. I think CAF should be very ashamed of themselves. I have tried not to talk about CAF and all their disgraceful decisions they've been taking of recent, especially since after the African Cup of Nations. We all saw what happened at that competition. We saw, it was obvious to everybody from the way the competition was being officiated that everything seems to be tilted towards Morocco. It was as though CAF and Morocco had an unwritten agreement that Morocco will win the AFCON. Probably for hosting it or for helping CAF to host most of the competitions that other African nations are not willing to host. We don't know, we don't have a fact to this, but the behavior of the referee, the body language of CAF, everything has suggested to us during that competition that they wanted Morocco to win. And we saw it in all the games that Morocco played from the group stage to the final. Every refereeing decision favored Morocco. More than 90% of the time, referee decisions go in favor of Morocco and against every team that played against Morocco. So while we were guessing whether this was just coincidental or not, then the biggest shock happened to us in Africa. And what happened? After Senegal had won the cup, 2 months after, CAF came and they said they set up a committee, and the committee decided that the victory should be given to Morocco rather than Senegal that won the cup. In the history of football, since I've been following football, I've never seen anything like this. It's a very shameful decision, and it is something that has shocked the entire world, the entire football world, because nothing like this has ever happened. I've never in my life seen where a team won a trophy and 2 months after the tournament, another team is declared the winner for whatever reason I've never seen before. But what we know about football is that referee's decision on the day, on the pitch, is final. Irrespective of what happened, the referee's decision was always, is always the final decision. So for CAF to come up and tell us that they are stripping Senegal of the title and they are giving it to Morocco is a very big shock to everybody. And it has turned out to be one of the most disgraceful decisions ever made. They are ridiculing African football. This is the same AFCON that a lot of pundits from Europe and Asia and other continents are already looking down at. They are not even sure how to rate it, whether it should be called a world-class competition or not. And now this is happening. The saddest part is that we had one of the best competition ever. Talk about the hosting. The hosting was fantastic from Morocco. They did a very good job. They gave world-class facility, world-class organization, but on the field of play, these guys were not fair at all. They were like hosting the competition to win it by crook or by any means, and it seemed that they have the power, the backing of CAF, and that is exactly what it seems that you cannot eat your cake and have it back. The reason why CAF allowed that game to continue, the reason why the referee was not instructed or the referee did not go ahead to cancel the game when the Senegalese walked out of the pitch, especially when it has elapsed 15 minutes, and did not award the game and the victory to Morocco, was because, first of all, CAF does not want that prestigious competition to end in a disgrace, because if Senegal had left the way they did and the game was not conclusive, it would have been a disgraceful ending to a beautiful competition. So CAF did not want that to happen. I can assure you that if Senegal had stayed away, probably even close to 1 hour, they would probably have still begged them to come back, because they don't want the game, the competition to end in a disgraceful manner. The second thing was because CAF thought Morocco has the game at hand, and that's because Morocco has a penalty to play. It's just for Morocco to score that penalty and they win the cup, because this was at the tail end of the game and they were just playing at the extra time. Shortly after the Senegalese goal was cancelled, they gave Morocco a penalty, and all that Morocco needed to do was to score that penalty and win the cup. So 90 or 95% out of 100, CAF believed that Morocco will win that competition, because that is what they actually wanted, and that was why they allowed Senegal to come back. If that was not the case, they probably would have awarded the game to Morocco, not minding what will happen, because it looked like allegedly, that's what it looks like, that CAF wanted them to win anyway. But as much as they wanted Morocco to win, they did not want the competition to end in a disgraceful manner. So they would have still found a way to get Senegal to come back to the field of play and make Morocco played the penalty, because 9 out of 10 we all know that the goal will likely be scored anyway. Unfortunately for CAF, unfortunately for them and for Morocco, Diaz went into that penalty to play a funny Panenka, and very smart of Mendy, he caught the ball, and they won the game at the extra time. So this went against every plan, against every wish of CAF. You could even see the reaction of even the FIFA president when that penalty was missed. I mean, we thought these are people that were supposed to be neutral. You know, you could see his disappointment that they missed that penalty. So obviously, maybe FIFA too was also in this plan. We don't even know. You know, it's just a disgraceful and very shameful event that happened. So CAF, you cannot eat your cake and have it back. If the game had been ended as at the time Senegal walked out of the pitch, it would have been just. But as far as the referee allowed them to come back onto the pitch, they ran the game to the end. The penalty was played, shockingly missed. Then they went into the extra time, played the extra time to the fullest, and Senegal won. You can no longer say that the victory is not valid, because the referee has made his decision. CAF was there on the day, they accepted it. And Senegal won fair and square. The competition ended the best way that neutrals, viewers all over the world, will wish that a competition would end. It was a spectacle, it was a great ending, and it was one of the greatest AFCON finals that we've ever witnessed. So I am fully in support of Senegal doing what they have done in France while they were playing their friendly game, displaying the trophy, because they are the rightful owner. People cannot play sweat on the field of play, conclude a game that the referee allowed them to conclude, win by their sweat, and some people will gather in one boardroom and say they are cancelling that victory. It is not done, and it is very, very disgraceful. I think CAF should be very ashamed of themselves.